It's past 9, you're very welcome back. Delighted to say that the Bellator cage is set to touch down in Dublin's 3 Arena for the third time in 10 months on September 23rd. Tickets go on sale this Friday on Ticketmaster, and it's been confirmed that Irish fighters Sinead Kavanagh and Peter Queally will be on the card. Delighted to welcome Sinead to studio for the first time. We had you on the line a couple of weeks ago. I guess congratulations first of all on the win a few weeks ago, but the first thing we must ask is the knee. How is that coming along?
I just want to say thanks for having me, lads. It was some fight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was the fight of the night. We done everything, and the knee is set to get surgery, so I'm still waiting on the surgery, which I'll be getting pretty soon, literally in the next 2 weeks. So I just wanted to get it done and get the recovery done, started.
For anyone who didn't see the fight, what happened?
I tore my ACL. Leah took me down in literally the first minute, and I tore my ACL. And from then I had to fight with one leg. So, so the fight in Irish was that night, you know. And
you played on with you basically fought on with the torn ACL.
Yeah, I fought on. Even the doctor was like, "That's impressive." So, yeah. Only a woman could do it.
Bloody hell.
So fought on with that, but it was some fight. Like, I had her in a Kimura. I'm known for a stand-up fighter, and we had to grapple. I had to grapple then, and it was entertaining. We didn't know where the fight was going, so both congratulations to the both of us, like, you know. So we done well. The two of us done well that night.
100%. When that happens, do you know that you've done your ACL and something pretty serious by the pain alone?
Yeah, there's photos where I just kind of blanked it out, like, but there's photos where I'm literally like in so much pain, the face on me, like. I remember going back to the first round, and I said to John, "My knee is gone," like. And he was just like, "You have two, don't you?" I was just waiting on a slap off him. You know?
And I mean, as it turned out, you did have two. You did manage to actually see this thing out. Like, what I'm curious in here is that, did Leah know that you'd done your knee at that point? Are you trying to keep your poker face? Yeah,
I was then, and then I think the third round she found out that my knee, because I kept it was like Bambi. I kept slipping and stuff, you know, and my knee just kept giving in, and I just I had to hold on, because I'm known for the striker, so I would have kept her at distance, but I was literally trying to hold on to her to keep me up. So yeah, I think in the third round, where she was 2 rounds down, it was too late, you know. So that's what happened. Because I guess when she feels you wanting to go to the floor, she's probably thinking, what's going on here? Yeah, exactly. She started kicking me leg and all, and I was just like, no, the pain on my face, you know. Yeah, so it was too late for her. She probably won the last round, but I was 2 rounds up, and that was the way that was, you know. Yeah, again, for people who haven't seen it, it goes the distance. That's the thing here. It's not like you managed to land a blow and get the pain over and done with straight away. I presume that there's an element of adrenaline here that plays into it that just makes you forget about it a tiny bit for a few of those moments. That's what it was, yeah. It was fight or flight, and I just kept fighting. You know, I just didn't want to give in. I didn't want to lose that fight, because I knew if I lost that fight, I couldn't get where I want to go, which is a title again, you know. So, poker face all the way. Is that what you're thinking of in that moment, that you're thinking about the gains that can be made from victory? Like, are you able to zoom out in those moments and think, geez, this is so important to me in my life? Yeah, I need this. Like, just keep going, keep fighting, you know. So that's what I done, and yes, I got that hand raise, and this is what these moments are about. Like, is about, you know, when you're in a tough situation, even in life, like that, you just get on with it, like you just fight through it, and I done it. Like,
what was the pain like afterwards? Then, like, did it start kind of kicking in, or did it get better or worse?
Yeah, no, I couldn't walk.
Yeah,
literally, I was in a wheelchair, so we were going around. I literally couldn't walk. It was very bad. Yeah, I just kept giving in and stuff. You know, it's still sore now. So just looking to get that surgery done.
So what did the medics say? Like, well, if you hadn't fought on, you would have been better, like longer term, or did you?
No, it was done anyway.
Yeah.
So
Didn't make that much difference.
no.
It's mad when you see footballers who get that injury and it's such a big deal, and they certainly don't play on, like, you know.
Jeez, no, it's like, I mean, there's like an existential conversation around their career almost, it feels, with football. Whereas you're down to fight in September.
Yeah, I'm down to fight in September. I just had to get this recovery. Like, that's the goal, is to fight in September, you know. So once I get the surgery, then I'm going to know. But yeah, that's the goal.
There's been quite a collection of injuries that you've taken in the cage at this point. Was it an eye socket against Cris Cyborg?
Yeah, a broken eye socket. Yeah.
How does that compare with the ACL, which is, if you had to put them up there, which was the worst experience?
The ACL, because it's like I was literally training with the broken eye socket in 4 weeks. Like,
okay, right.
You know, I just was telling people not to punch me in the face.
Yeah.
But with this, I can't even train. I can't, and I can't even go to the gym, really. I'm hobbling around, and yeah, so this is it's more mentally with the ACL, like, so I give that number one.
How are you ticking along mentally then? Is there any techniques you have to make it a little bit easier on yourself?
Well, I'm going to Venice on Friday, so so yeah, that will keep me occupied till I get back then to get the surgery.
Can I ask about the end of the fight against Leah? Because obviously, when we were talking to you beforehand, you said that it's unique that two people who are so close go toe to toe in the cage. What are the exchanges like afterwards? What do you say to each other?
We gave each other a hug afterwards. I think she was disappointed she lost, you know. And then she texted me to say, "Oh, congratulations," and I just said congratulations to us both. Now, I haven't seen her since, but yeah, hopefully that we don't have to do that again, because it's done now, you know.
You're not a fan of fighting friends, basically.
No, exactly. Like, we kind of had to do it because we were on each other's toes on the rankings, and you know, it's just something that had to do. Like, whoever won this was going to go against Cris Cyborg. You know, it just had to be done at this moment. But hopefully, it's done now, and we don't have to do it again.
Is there a chance that Cyborg is going to be the fight in September?
Could be. I'm not too sure. I haven't got the contract yet. It depends on me knee as well. So.
Who do you want to fight?
Definitely. Wouldn't it be great if Cris came here? Like,
yeah.
Would it? Like, isn't that just the moment to have? Like, just her here, and yeah, it'd be some fight, something for the crowd, something for the Irish crowd. Like,
as somebody that's not into that, where would that take place then in Ireland? Like, so where would be your main kind of place to get a crowd in Ireland?
Tree Arena, I suppose.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Tree Arena. Haven't lost there, so it's bring her over.
Is the sport growing over here then?
Yeah, definitely. The MMA, yeah, it's massive. It's huge. Like, the crowd is one of the best in the world, and like the some atmosphere. Like, that's why Bellator keep coming back, is because of we sell the show every time. Like, it's always a sellout, and it's the talk of the town for weeks afterwards.
Like, I mean, you can picture it if it's yourself versus Cyborg in main event in the Tree Arena. Like, it'd be one of the most partisan crowds of all time. It'd be one of those famous Dublin sports nights.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be like, and to me, to be a part of that is it's mind blowing for myself. You know, that I've got this far. Like, you know, and that it's amazing for me. Like, you know, so yeah, it'd be deadly.
What is the next step for you on a technical level and as a sports person? Is there specific things that you look back on when you watch that last fight and say, listen, I need to work on that between now and September?
Against Cris Cyborg?
Or against whoever you may be fighting. We're not confirming anything this morning here.
Yeah, I learned I think you learn more when you lose, because you it's kind of in your head, like, why you lost, like, you know. When you win, it's kind of like, oh, well, I done that and that's great. Like, you don't really think back on it. But when you lose, then you always want to be better. You always want to win. So with Cris, I know what I did wrong. I got too close. I got into a brawl with her where I should have played a kill, kept me distance, jabbed her, you know. And I just got that inch too close, and that's the broken eye socket.
I presume it's way easier said than done when you go in with a game plan.
Yeah, definitely. As what did Mike Tyson say? Everyone has a plan when you get punched till you get punched in the face, and that's exactly the way it goes. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you have to keep your cool, and sometimes you just lose it.
Would she change her sort of style then for the fight, or would she offer something that you didn't expect, like if you were to meet her again?
Oh, she literally just ran at me, like, you know. But I kind of expected that, like, but that's where I should have just like backed off. Where I was just like, let's go. So you know, like, so it was just like two bulls, you know, just going at it. Yeah. So next time I will have a cooler head, because I know she has power. Like, I underestimated that power. So next time I will, I have a different game plan.
She's fighting, I think, today, 1 month. I think it's 23rd of April.
Yeah, against Arlene Blanco. They already fought, and she submitted her. So that was her first submission in many years. Like, so, you know, I think like I was the only one that gave her a good brawl. Like, I know it was short, but like I literally I hit her and I rocked her. You know, I really think I can do it. I really think self-belief is always the key. Anyway.
Does the ACL knock you back much then in terms of time-wise for the prep for the September?
Yeah, it does. But I'm literally, I'm an athlete, like, so like we do miracles. So I will just get the surgery and straight into recovery, straight into physio, straight into doing just get it right, you know.
Can I ask then, when you, I guess, you're still very much on the way up, you still want this massive fight in September, you probably haven't got to the stage of reflecting on the career just yet, but it has been a fascinating career. Like, I've seen you speak in the past about your boxing past, for example, and how, like, I mean, you've kind of experienced firsthand the murky nature of the sport and all that. I presume when you look back on that now, I presume you've got no regrets whatsoever. You're delighted that this is the sport that you're in now, as opposed to sticking with boxing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm glad that I took this path. Like I'm glad I done boxing. Like, I met like some fabulous people, some coaches, some Tony David, some Fran Lons, like some amazing people that like I still talk to today, you know. But yeah, I'm glad that I left. I'm glad that I came to a stage where I just left, went to John. Like, it's mad the way I just walked out at the end, because I really thought that I wasn't going to get anywhere. Like, to give it up, and then I went to MMA, and look where I landed now. I'm fighting in the 3 Arena. I'm fight Cris Cyborg. I'm number 4 in the world. Like, so yeah, it's amazing what if you just keep at something that you thought, like, to give up or to keep going, you know, and you just keep going, you just keep fighting that dream, and it worked out in the end. But I'm still not a world title yet. Of
course.
But I want that, so hopefully that's next.
For the average person, what's the difference to make that move, like, to MMA from boxing?
What's the average?
Like, how difficult is it, like?
Very, because boxing is just one sport, it's just your hands. With MMA, it's a whole lot of sports. Like, it's judo, wrestling, boxing.
Could you tell from a boxer, like, he or she would make good MMA, like?
It depends how much you want to give it into it. Like, you know, I joined MMA, and I was getting literally mauled, like, you know, taken down, and it took me 3 years to actually get a grasp of jiu-jitsu, like, you know. Yeah, so it just depends how hard you work. It's not easy, but you can do it.
Is it a moment like this and a moment like, I guess, a few weeks ago at the 3 Arena that you picture when you do make that change, when you do, I guess, get to grips, pardon the pun, with the sport itself? Are you thinking about those big nights in the 3 Arena? But was that a motivating factor?
Yeah, like I dreamt that I could be there when I was younger and stuff, and yeah, and I remember John saying, like, when I joined MMA, he was just like, "Oh, you could be literally a superstar, like, you know, you have talent." So he's looked after me from day one, you know, and yeah, it's a dream that can happen.
He obviously saw something.
Yeah, definitely he did. Yeah.
Does he tell you that, or does he try and keep it to himself a little bit to make sure that you're not getting too ahead of yourself at that time?
No, he said that to help me out because I was in disbelief of myself, like, and I was very hard on myself and with me past and stuff like that. So he just tried to keep me motivated, which what he done and which kept me going. Like,
when you say you were hard on yourself, how do you mean?
Just down on me, so I just carried like me past and stuff on the weight on my shoulders and stuff, you know, and you know, he tried to give me like something to like keep focused on, you know, and yeah, that's what he said. Like, you know, I walked in the gym and he knew that that I could do it and there was something special about me, you know. So
when he says to you that you've got two knees, I presume he's pretty hard on you as well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, I was just waiting for him to slap me, like, you know.
What are his training sessions like? I mean, I presume you put through the ringer.
Yeah, very good. He's very technical man. Like, that's why you see in me last fight. You know, it was all him that won me this fight because I'm usually stand up, like. So he's very technical, and his head is just amazing. For the fight, like, it's all what to do, and yeah, and then we do. It's very hard. The training sessions are hard, like, you know.
And is it like, are you still practicing the basics day in day out, for example?
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's a cage walk on the ground. Yeah, every day it's we go over the same routines and stuff, like, and that's what makes you good. The little basics.
Can I ask then, when it comes to a night like the last night, is that a whole different challenge to you, knowing that it's a big home crowd? Is that a whole other thing to overcome in a way, that there's that added level of pressure? Or as soon as you're in the zone on the day of the fight, do you just blank that sort of stuff out?
Do you know what? I didn't fight in the Tree Arena for a few years, and I thought that I forgot about, like, I really enjoyed it this time, like, fighting there in Tree Arena, and cause it's been a while since I haven't fought for me in front of people that I know, so I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I usually blank the crowd out. I walk out there, and it's like they're gone. Like, I couldn't tell you who was sitting in front of me, or who was there beside the cage or anything like that. That's all forgotten about, like.
Because we were chatting to Sarah Lavender, hurdler, yesterday on the show, actually, and she talks about when she's hurdling, she just goes into this constant state of flow, where she's not thinking about jumping over a hurdle. She's not thinking about any of the external things. It all just kind of happens very quickly. I presume it's sort of the same for you, that the reactions have to be so quick in there. You can't be thinking, right, what do I do here for a sec, considering your opponent's coming at you at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's just like in the gym. It's like just in the gym, training there, and that's what I think in my head is just like a training session, you know. But it's more, obviously, it's more physical and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just try to keep yourself calm and just yeah, it's just a gym session, you know.
Absolutely. So we're saying September. It may or may not be Cris Cyborg. We can definitely not confirm or deny that this morning.
No.
Well, listen, Sinead, very best of luck with the recovery over the next little while. Enjoy Venice, first of all, and hopefully the camp isn't too strenuous over the next few months.
That's great. Thanks, lads.
Thanks, mate, for joining us in studio. That's Sinead Kavanagh. As I say, Bellator cage touching down once again in Dublin's 3 Arena on September 23rd, and you can get tickets actually this Friday on Ticketmaster. And Sinead's going to be fighting there. Peter Quealy's also going to be on the card.